Relax and paint. It's time to stop doom scrolling for just a few minutes and make a tiny painting that will bring you a little bit of dopamine, a little bit of joy before heading to bed. And I am just putting all the colors in, but I don't know what colors we're going to use here. Okay, I kind of know what colors. Let's see. We're going to start with, okay. So this is a painting that I started with just like some yellow and orange and burnt sienna to get a soft background and a sky sunset background. And now I'd like to use my pencil here, and I'm going to make, well, let's go ahead and get this, let's get the magnet going so we can get it magnetized down, we can get it settled down, and then work with it. But I'm gonna do, this is my little, I have a little cardinal here tonight, my little cardinal friend. And I thought it would be lovely to paint a cardinal. So I'm going to put a cardinal in on a tree branch. And this is just a soft tree background behind him. So I think this would be a great place for the cardinal. Just okay, this would be like the, okay, this is generally what you do, and then okay, we have penciled in where the bird is, and now we're going to put the tree branch. I think I want it to be here and here. And okay, three little, like the larger part of the tree here, and then this part goes down here. All right, so we've got it kind of sketched out where we're gonna put the tree and where the bird is, and then the soft background behind them should all kind of work together. In my mind, it works together, so let's see if we can make this happen. First of all, I'm going to, okay, I'm gonna clean this little mixing area so that we can make a nice dark maroon red color because it's not going to be as bright red as during daylight because it is like kind of sunset. So we will mix it a little darker. Get the tone right a little first, and then too much blue. Well, that's actually not too bad there. I'll just add maybe a little bit more rusty color. Okay, it's getting there. I just need it to be darker than the tree that it's in front of so that it really shows up. Okay, we're getting close. I think that's nice. Okay, I think that's gonna work. Let's get started. Hello, hi. Shout out Hanny Miko. Excuse me, sorry. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. I'm glad you're here though. I'm so glad you're here and watching. I'm so bad at like I'm like, oh, do I concentrate on the painting or do I try to watch the comments? And I see you there, and thank you for being here. I'm painting a cardinal. I was mixing up. I think a cardinal is really appropriate for where I live because I live in St. Louis, and so we have our baseball team is the Cardinals, and it's a popular bird around here. And I love the Cardinals because like I feel like it's a little special meaning when a cardinal visits. And after my dad passed, I would get visited by a cardinal. And so I think it's him sometimes. It's really special. Okay, we'll let that dry where the bird is, and then let's work on getting the branches here of the tree. That's going to be nice. What a coincidence. Actually, that's so sad. Your dad passed. I draw worse. Yeah. He passed away a few years ago, but he comes and visits me as a bird. I think he came and visited me as an owl one time as well, because I was going on a walk and in nature, and I was just listening to voicemails that I had, recordings of him, And all of a sudden, an owl out of nowhere, like from the tree, just opened his wings. I looked up and I could hear it like, woo, 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 you know? And then it just literally swooped down and over me. It was the most crazy, amazing experience because you don't just like see owls every day. And I was like, oh my God, I was just talking to you and listening to your voice in the voicemail, and then this owl just came out of nowhere and just swooped over me. It was so beautiful. So anyways, I feel like birds really connect us to our loved ones. Okay, I think this little sunset is going to be perfect. I've never painted a bird at sunset like this without it being just a silhouette, like a black shape of a bird. So hope your business is larger and bigger. Thank you. Yeah, my dad's grandma also died like a year ago, and I kind of miss her. Yeah. Art is such a good way to also combine, you know, your grief from missing people, like doing art and thinking about them or making something that reminds you of them. But yeah, thank you for, I hope my page starts to pop off soon. Actually, here on YouTube, I'm getting much better views than I've been trying on TikTok. I was trying on TikTok for like 4 years. Like I've been on TikTok for a while, and I just have never cracked the code to like get more than 6,000 followers. I don't know why. It just is what it is. But it's okay. I have 16,000 followers here on YouTube already, so thank goodness the algorithm likes me over here. I'm also a small creator in your other account. Yeah, it's so tricky to figure out exactly what the algorithms want. Okay, I think this is going to be really nice. I'm going to use black in here for more shading as well, because it's kind of silhouette. Let's do another branch off of this. I feel like it still needs something. So we're going to go this way. Let's take one up there, a little bit. Okay, yes. Can't even draw a proper bird. Birds are hard. Hi, Debbie. Glad that you're here. Birds are definitely hard. I feel like birds and flowers are really hard. And some people are like, flowers are easy. It's just like, no, but if you want it to actually look like the specific flower, it's actually pretty tricky. And I feel like it's the same way with like, if you want it to actually look like a specific bird, it's pretty crazy. It can be very difficult. Let's give him some wings, just a little darker. With the sunset, I want it to have a mix of where the shadows are. Oh, and it has a tail. I'm like, I know it was missing something. It has a tail sticking down. Are there any? They're always sticking down, not up. Okay. Yeah, that's more like it. Like, I knew I was missing something. I'm looking at a photo, a couple of photos of cardinal birds. It's better. I like drawing flowers. It's actually your hobby. Oh, cool. Yeah. You can go to my page and find a link to my website to buy some. I don't have originals. I don't have these listed, but you can send me a direct message and I do sell them. If you want to send me a message, and then I do that one off, like basically like commissions, because I do so many of these tiny paintings. I have so many piles of them that it's hard to get them all listed actually online. So if you see one that you like, you can always send me a message and ask if it's available. A lot of times they're available on my in my store. I have a store location, physical store location, where I have my paintings on display for sale. So a lot of times there's that as well. Okay, I think we've given him enough little shadows. I think when we add the black, it's gonna be so cute. Okay, let's get the black here on my pen, because it's gonna really show that it's a cardinal here. Where to message again? Usually on, I guess I haven't really had direct message on YouTube. On my TikTok page is when I've usually had people. There's an email in that's linked in my profile that you can definitely send me an email. I sell these for $40, the originals, or eventually I sell magnets for $12 that are just prints of the painting. So if you're willing to wait for me to get them listed eventually as magnets, then that is an option later as well. Or you can go on my site. If you go to hellotinypainters, hellotinypainters.com, I do have artwork for sale there already as well. Yay, it actually looks like a cardinal. That's exciting. Sometimes my birds come out looking like birds, but not the specific birds, you know? But this one actually is working. Okay, and get these little legs. take some black and really line up here. Have you done a face reveal? Oh wait, I'm gonna get my charger. Oh, you're from the Philippines. Oh, I can't ship that far. I'm sorry. I only ship in the US right now. Yeah, my face is all over my account. I just do these relaxin' paints this way because my art is so tiny that getting my face in here would take up the whole screen. Okay. All right, let's just do a little bit of, you can do a little bit of a highlight back here. There, that helps. Just a little bit of an outline, highlights to really push it. Okay. All right. She's all done. I think that's probably about the best we're gonna get for this bird. This bird and this bird. That's funny. Okay, that's our first painting of the night. I'm gonna do a second painting here. Start with a blank page, blank sheet of paper. I'll end the live probably in like, I don't know, another half hour, 20 minutes, depending on however long it takes. We're gonna do one more painting and then I'm gonna end it. A flower floating on the ocean. Ooh, okay. That is a really fun visual. I think I can try it. Let's see. Okay. On some water. Let's see. I don't know, it'll just be a flower. I'm not gonna try to say that it's a certain kind of flower, but we're just gonna get and then whoa, it's gonna be ripples from above. It'll look like ripples on the water. Okay, generally that's what we're gonna do. All right, going to start. I'm gonna start with just a soft wash of water. Okay, there's too much brown in here, I think. Well, we'll see. Because I just want to drop in. Okay. There we go. Dropped in some clean water. So I'm kind of doing a, yeah, of course. It's fun to take ideas from the comments. I really enjoy it. That it keeps us in the moment, you know. The whole point, not the only point, one of the points of doing this is to be in the present and be kind of take your mind out of like all the other things that are going on in the world and just make something right now for however, you know. So when you guys give suggestions, it just makes it easier for me to just be in the moment. Okay. And I feel like I want this to be orange in the middle. So we generally have some water started where there's going to be some waves around it, ripples around it. And I'm just doing this from like just my mind's eye, my own imagination. So what's my name? My name is Hollie. My name is Hollie. Uh-oh, we don't want to blend. Okay. Just tap that up. That's fine. Just put some blue there. It'll be fine. I just like to slowly blend with water. It's so relaxing to just watch how the water wants to make the painting go. Like, leave it flat and kind of let the colors do what they want. All right, now I'm going to go back to the water. I'm going to start adding in some of the ripples. Starting to come together. All right. I'm going to go back and do some yellow just right inside this yellow and orange here. I really like this navy blue. Just kind of gives it a little more dimension. Okay, it's coming along. Now we will just give a little bit of texture to the inside. All right, now let's just have fun. Okay, and now we have a little flower. Just kind of blend in that shadow a little bit. And then we'll use a little bit of white. I think we can use white gouache here. Oops, that is a lot. Well, didn't mean to do that, but you know, happy accidents happen all the time. I need water to kind of rinse away this. I tried to add some white, but it was way too much. And so now we've got, well, the inside of the flower we'll just redo. That was, I think we'll have a better option here anyways to add orange. We can do it this way anyways. This gives it a little more. Gives it that depth without being just like a solid black circle. I like that. Yeah, the ripples look pretty good, don't they? All right, and then I think we're gonna just I'll use the white pen to really give little accents. And the little white on the tips just really helped bring that together. Great. Let's go back with one more row of some blue. Just going over some of the same layers Just wanted to make it a little more pronounced. Or at least have a little more like saturation of the blue. Oh, and up here at the top. Okay. Okay, instead of little black dots in here, I'm gonna put little white dots, but I need to wait for the middle to dry. Let's put it in the flame like I've done before. Well, not in the flame, but above the flame. That helps heat it up and dry quicker. Still a little shiny. Just blowing on it a little, it helps. Okay, and this should work. Oh yeah, the white instead of black dots actually end up working so well. Love it. Okay. Couple little bubbles. Splash bubbles. All right, and we've finished our second painting of the night. A little flower in the ripples of water. Oh, I like because it can actually be different angles. All right, those are our two paintings for the night. I hope you've enjoyed this little moment of relaxing and painting. Here's our tiny paintings. A lovely little cardinal at sunset. And a pretty little flower floating on the water. All right, thank you. I hope that you are subscribed and watching Hello Tiny Painters here. And when's my next live? I usually do this in the evenings around 11 p.m. Central. Okay, thanks everyone. Good night.